How goes it? Okay, so I had to get 2 of these. 1 millimeter diameter. So the holes in these beads are 1 millimeter. The holes in these beads are 1 millimeter. This will fit, but it'll be kind of a tight squeeze, especially whenever I do the Y. So we're not going to use that. But I was able to get 2 of these and the needle attached. I got 2 of these. So this should do. I was actually trying to find this stuff online, and it was going to be until May. And I'm like, I'm not waiting until May to do this. Like, I want my mala back. My mala back. Millimeters. This is the knot-free version. I've never used this before, so this is going to be interesting. But we'll get there, you know. We'll see how we do. Okay. So I got my candles going. Oh, I brought my blowtorch out. And I wanted to smudge before I did anything. I'm also going to smudge with some sage. I inhale the sage smoke. I put sage in my coffee every morning. I've been doing this for a little over a year, and I'm not saying that this is what's helped me, but this is just, and I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying I haven't had a cold. And I've been putting sage. And the sage that I put in my coffee is crushed sage. Looks like that. Had I not purchased this guy, I probably would be where I'm at right now. But at the same time, like, I know I would have tried my best to make shit happen. Without him, but I knew that he was for me. He had actually been in that shop for quite a while. And I mean, like, years. Like, nobody had. Okay, so it comes with a little needle, which is actually kind of cool, because then I don't gotta thread it. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna give this another go. I tried this last night with the hemp cord that I had purchased, and it would have been great if the hemp cord was like a 0.5 millimeter. at least. But it wasn't, and so here we are. And I'm cool with that. I do believe that this is the exact same stuff that was used on this mala. And this is 100% silk. So I'm digging that. All right. Let's pick off where we left off last night. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna create a circle. Calling in the guides and guardians of the 7 sacred directions: east, south, west, north, upper, middle, and lower realms. Calling in my spirit guides to come closer. Calling in Buddha. Calling in any ascended masters that want to come forward. I feel Sarasvati. Okay. All right, so again, for every 10 beads, every 10 beryl beads, these are 12 millimeter beryl beads. For every 10 beads, I'm going to hallelujah. But I'm also going to put in an infinite stone bead, which means I can turn the golden sheet of stone. Yes! I'm so happy. Oh my God. A lot of this is trial and error. And a lot of it is also forgiving yourself for not knowing what you didn't know beforehand. So definitely use this stuff. Again, this is bead cord. 100% natural silk. I got it at Joann Fabrics. It was fairly cheap. It was like, for both of these, it was like $9. It was under $10. Which means I could make another one if I wanted to. Or I could double up on the thread if I need to. Oh yeah, this is the strong stuff. This is the stuff that I was actually looking for. So. Went down and got herbs from my local herbal shop. They got it for me. I had to wait outside, which I was fine with, because then that meant that I didn't have to go in there and do the thing. And I was like, I'm good with this. I really am. I'm really good with this. Like, I don't have to do that. Okay. I don't have to do this. Oh, Pepe. Okay. So, in an effort to keep you from losing your beads, coil it around. Coil the thread around. No, I don't want that. Enough for at least possibly another mala on this one. But this one will definitely give me a mala. Full mala. Again, you want 108 beads plus 1, so 109. So you're going to have 109 total. If you're going to do the Y, you could have upwards to 111 on up, depending on how many beads you have. If you have, you can take a Mod Podge of all the different beads that you have in your selection. I actually am going to be making another one. I have carnelian. And I'm also going to be able to put on my golden sheen obsidian beads that I wanted to end with. I also have rhodonite that I wanted to end with, and then I have moss agate. And beforehand, I wasn't able to thread those. The thread that I was using was just too thick. So here we are. You're gonna see me counting a lot because I want to make sure that I'm on point with the pattern. Now I'm not doing like any particular color. I'm just like, kind of doing it at random. I'm doing it intuitively. I like to do this intuitively because that's what I do. I do this intuitively. So I don't do like pink and blue and green and pink and blue and green. I don't stick to that type of pattern. The only pattern that I'm sticking to is that every 10 beads I add an infinite bead. So 10. So I'm at 10. So here is an infinite bead. That's an infinite stone. Infinite stone is an amazing stone. It's a healer stone. It's up there with danburite. Danburite is the ultimate healer stone. Infinite stone is... There are an infinite number of uses for infinite. Okay. Goshenite is amazing. Goshenite is amazing. It is clear beryl. It also comes in like a foggy green, like a pea soup type green. It's not quite emerald. It's considered clear beryl, and it is divine wisdom. I can tell you that the first time that I did this necklace, that I made this mala, when I did my mantras with it, and we were doing the Yom Challenge from Soul Shift, which the Yom Challenge was, and I need to catch up. So that's why I'm like, I want my mala back. And yeah, I can do it with this one, and yeah, I can do it with my rope. But with this one, it's deeper. It's so much deeper because it's heart opening, and it's for the heart. Morganite is a heart stone. Goshenite is a crown chakra stone. They're amazing stones. But I cried. I cried. So. And I felt it wasn't like a bad type of crying. It was like I felt held, and I felt like everything was going to be fine. So the Yom Challenge is the seed chakra or the seed mantra, I should say, that opens your heart chakra for you to be able to send and receive forgiveness and love. And as we were doing this Yom Challenge, it was like a 30-day Yom Challenge. And so I'm going to actually keep going beyond the 30 days to be able to send and receive love to people who I haven't even thought of for years, and things that I didn't realize that I was holding on to that was, keeping me from moving on. So anyway, continuing on. I'm just glad I found the purling thread. I'm just so glad I found this thread. And then it fits. There's a peach morganite. Peach morganite it's in the morganite family, so it's pink beryl. So it goes between, like right there, this middle ring right here on this ring right here. That's peach morganite. That one, the one on my ring finger, is the queen of the love stones. Come on, focus. 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 Okay, it's this one right here. But it is the queen of the love stones. It's about sovereign love. It's about being in your sovereignty and owning your sovereignty. And everyone has their own sovereignty. So we're at 5. Apparently you want to be on there, like, really bad. I can tell. I feel like, because every time I'm seeing you. Okay. So these are my Y here. So much. That is not right. Okay, so last one. Next. So my mentor and teacher, Athena Parakis, who is the owner of Sage Goddess, is the one who said get purling ribbon, which is this stuff. And I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait until May to do this. I'm like, no, I need my mala. As you know, I mean, I know I have my mala on. And this is the traditional Chinese mala. This is the traditional red raksha seed. This is what they traditionally use. When you use a mala, you don't use your index fingers. You use your middle finger and your thumb to go along. So each bead is a mantra. So you go along, and it's basically, that's how you keep count. But there's something in making your own mala. There really is. And if you find that your needle is getting kind of like bent out of shape, it's really easy to get back in. Really super easy. There. Okay. See, I have plenty of string. Okay, so we're back at 1. Every morning I put sage, I put crushed sage. I usually put in rose petals. I got more rose petals because I was out. I also put in cardamom powder along with pumpkin spice, which actually has cardamom powder, but I like to add more because it helps with weight loss. I also put in raw cacao. I forgot the ashwagandha. That's okay. If you're gonna take first for a very long time, and I'm like, but I like the ashwagandha. He's like, yeah, but I don't. I told him, I said, but I like the ashwagandha. He says, I understand that. He says, but I don't want you to be on it for a very long period of time. And so I listened to my doctor. So I ran out of ashwagandha, and that's okay. I haven't had the ashwagandha for a while. Okay, so my needle is actually getting kind of bent out of shape. I even thought about selling them for a very, very inexpensive price. I really thought about it. But I would be taking a loss, and to be honest, I really wouldn't care. As long as people who wanted a mala got a mala. But I figure teaching you would actually be more rewarding than buying or than making them. So I'm at 7 at least. Ooh, look at that Misagoshi. It's really pretty. What? No, you don't know. No. 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 Nuh-uh. We've had this discussion. We have had this discussion. I have lost count. Hey, Goob. Now the only way that I measure how long I need this is literally by taking the string and doing this. That's pretty much how I do it. And then I have plenty of string to be able to do this. I'm 5'5", so if you can do that for yourself, then that would be great too. Why are you scratching on my couch? You've got your treat over in the corner. You would think that they get salmon. Yeah. They're very, very well taken care of kitties. Ooh. Oh my God, he knows. He knows. You do? What do you know? He knows. 6. 7. 9, 10. Here we go. This is so much easier than the thread, the regular thread. Okay. Oh wait, that's right. Nine on each end. So there's going to be 9 on both ends here. So I begin with 9, not 10. This is just my personal preference because then it's symmetrical. My moon in Virgo is happy whenever it's 9 and then 9 and then 10 all the way up and around. And it feels symmetrical, and then I'm like, it's so great. Okay. So, we're back at 1. Okay. Goob, he is calling for you. I would say that if you know how to knot each individual, like if you know how to do the knots, make a video about it. Seriously, like I don't know how to do the knots. I mean, I know how to knot, like, but I think that there's like, I mean, I know that there's like prayers and the reason why I'm not doing the knots is because I don't really know how specifically how to do it, and 2, both of the malas that I have do not have knots, and they are traditional, and so I'm like, I think that the knots are like new, and just kind of like a pretty thing, in a sense. They're just pretty, and it's cool. Okay, so we are at 6. 7. 8. 9. I know, I need to like whip out my sewing machine and okay, so I think we're at 10. 6, 10. Okay. This one just been stuck out to me. I was going around downtown of where I live. I live in the state capital of Washington. I was going downtown, and so few places are open. The herbal shop that I go to get my my herbs and some of my gemstones, they were open, but like I said, they had like a little grocery list. They had me write down on a clipboard what I wanted and how much, and my phone number so they could look me up in their system, and kind of waited outside, and I was like, this is just so weird. We live in a very odd time, but I'm grateful that I could get the herbs because it's really helped me to keep up my immune system. So vitamin C, I keep my immune system up as much as I possibly can, as healthy as I can. And I was wearing my mask today, so I was having the proper precautions, and I had my hand sanitizer with me, and doing all the things that are being implemented in my state. I think my kiddo is feeling the stress of not going to school. He really loves school, and I think that he's really struggling with this. So I'm not really forcing him to go to school, but what I am doing is I'm like, did you do your schoolwork today? Did you check in with your teachers? Did you, why don't you make a video and post it to your teachers, send it to your teachers, and something. No, I'm good. Ooh. But I don't really get on him too much. I don't want to stress him out more than he really, he doesn't even need to be stressed out to begin with. I just don't want to stress him out to begin with, so. 8, later at 8. How many? Couple. Never again will I struggle with the quartz. Never again. This stuff from now on. It's not that I'm an impatient person. I have a lot of patience, but to wait until May to do this, that's where I'm like, no, I'm shutting that shit down. Shutting it down. 6, 10. See, I have all of that still. You're not dying. Stop it. You're not. You have food in there. You have food in there. Gary. Please do the thing. Please do the thing.
The kitties?
Yeah. Thank you. Did you eat lunch?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
I did it.
What did you have?
You guys always have it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it good? Okay. Six. It's going to end on a lot of morganite, which I'm not really upset about because then that just means I'm going to open my heart at the end of it. A lot of goshenite, which I'm like, why haven't you been in my life before? Where have you been all my life? Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. What happened? You didn't get the thing that you wanted? What happened? What happened? You didn't get the thing that you wanted? What happened? Why didn't you get the thing? How come? Why didn't you get the thing? I don't got the power for the thing. I don't. I'm doing this right now. I gotta do this. Yeah, I gotta do this. I gotta do this, man. And you coming up to me and meowing at me isn't even gonna make me do it. Because I'm in the middle of doing this. Maybe if I smudge you. Whew. That didn't work. That didn't work. Five, 6, oops, 7, 8, 9, 9. So I'm just saying over and over, Om Shanti 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 Om in my head. Om is the sound of the name of God in Sanskrit. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti is peace, peace, peace. So it's God, peace, 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 God. Oh, we're at 10. Hang on. Right? Are we at 10? 2, 6, 8, 10. Yes, we are. Oh, my back. Sit too far forward. 10, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay with that. I'm okay with that. So when I bought these 3 strands, I got 3 strands of the Morganite. It arrived with these different colors, and I was fine with it because I wanted the different barrels. And it totaled up to 99 beads, and I was like, well, I have some different beads. I can mix that with infinite stone because I have plenty of infinite stone. So I can actually make infinite stone, an infinite stone mala, because I have quite a bit of it, with some golden sheet obsidian. This is golden sheet obsidian. It's volcanic glass. No, scratch that. It's lava that's been super cooled. And then it has these little gas bubbles in it. So what it does is it seals any holes in the aura. It is like a really good. Originally, I was going to get a palm stone, and I couldn't find a palm stone, so I bought this one. And I'm like, you know what? That's even better because then all I have to do is just. And it came with the stand. I got it off of Amazon for like $45, I think, or $35, and that's a medium. And so I was like, that's a medium. That's amazing. And then I started getting it in bead form. But it also helps to integrate the light with the shadow within yourself. Two, four, six. Oh. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. What? Really? What else? No way. For real, yeah. so sorry. I know, but you know what? You will survive. Yeah, you will. I'm almost done. I am almost done. Like, you know, I don't know what to tell you, kitty cat, other than the fact that you have everything that you could possibly freaking need. Like, even as a human, I want for nothing right now. Oh no. Oh. It's a kitty catastrophe, huh? You know, I try and tell him that there's kitties in this world that don't even have what he has, and he just... Yeah. Oh, that's really pretty, actually. It's really gorgeous. With the infinite stone, it's actually pretty easy to put both of these gemstones through here. You're tickling my ankle. His tone of voice, I swear. Okay, so the last couple of times that I've made these, that I've actually made this specific mala, it's popped on me because I've done it too tight. So leave a bit of give. It's okay to have a bit of give. This is exactly what I've been wanting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The only thing I want is that I want it to be even. There we go. Okay. Go, 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 go. Kimmy, you are wide enough to go through there. Kimmy? Oh, yes! Dreams do come true. Okay, and I actually, this is where's the needle end? Because I want to cut the needle off when I'm done. So the needle starts right here. If you can see that, you can actually. So it starts right here. And it's okay because I'm gonna thread it through here, and then you'll see. You shall see. Yes. I'm ending it on my moss agate bead, which is one of my favorite gemstones. Moss agate is protective and it's an amazing stone. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so I've made my Y. You want to kind of make sure, like I said, that you give a little, you have a little give. Now, this is sari ribbon, which is basically the remnants of dresses from India, the dresses that they make in India. And you can buy sari ribbon on eBay for really, really good prices. So I'm going to use that needle. And this is all I'm doing. Okay, that I don't want. Yeah. Okay. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Oh. Okay. He's trying to piss me off by scratching on my couch and not gonna work. That's how much I have left. So it was perfect, actually. Better to have too much than not enough. And I'm okay with how much give there is. And if I have to do it again, which I'm not putting that out there. No, this is going to hold up. So, let's use it. If you don't have a mallet, that's okay. You can use this one.
My tummy is.
The reason why I use Sorry ribbon is because I like putting oil perfume on the ribbon, and then it keeps the smell. Obscene. Okay. Let's take this one out.
That's good.
So I like just wearing it around the house too, or around, whenever I'm out and about. See, look at that. All right, so start here. Ready? I'm ready. There we go. Let me take a drink of my stew. That's all I'm drinking. Cucumber, celery, grapefruit, chard core, green chard, green leaf lettuce, lemon, kale, spinach, parsley, and mint tea. And it's organic. So I want to start on this side because I want to end here because I feel like that's right. What? Ruby? What's the matter? Can you wait? I will give you the coconut. I will give you the coconut. Yes, I will. I will give you the coconut. It is not kitty cat life or death. No, it's not. It's not kitty cat life or death. You will survive. Okay. Move the shoulders back. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do the YAM mantra. YAM. So I can catch up just a little bit. YAM. 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 Yum. 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 yum, 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 yum. My kitty cat popped into my heart space. Just put it there. And they do. Like Bagheera popped into my heart space while I was doing this one time, and then within 2 minutes he was right next to me, like, you rang? You rang? Yum. 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 Om Shanti 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 Om. Yep. So all you need is some beads. They don't have to be 12 millimeter. They can be 6 millimeter. They can be 8 millimeter. As long as they're round, because it's not the same with chipstones. Oh, wait. Sewn backwards. Okay. So with these are Red Raksha. RUD. RUD. RAKSHA, I believe. Red Raksha. These are the traditional beads because they're from a tree. They're seeds. They go from 1-sided to 24-sided or 22-sided. These ones are 5-sided. It's recommended traditionally. See how much give I have. See how much space I have on this one. That's why I'm not like too upset about it. And it's actually the same exact bead cord that I bought. So I'm grateful for that. Anyway, so they're typically dyed like an orange color, and then afterwards that color washes off. It's part of a, I think it's part of the blessing is whenever I was doing my research on Radrochas. But you typically want to use 5-sided on up. You don't want to use the one-sided because we're not one-sided beings. We are multifaceted. So using like the 5-sided, 7-sided, 8-sided on up is really good because then you're able to look at yourself in a different light. Radrakshas are the traditional, as I said, the bead used by the Hindus, Indians from India, and Chinese during, 4 malas. What else did I see in my research? The dye tends to rub off. These ones can sell. I've seen them on eBay for like $58, and that's brand new. And I got this for free from a neighbor friend of mine. She found it in a free pile in a garage sale. I paid under $60 for my barrel beads for three strands of barrel beads. So they can be symmetrical. Symmetrical. They can be, pretty pricey, but they can, you can get barrel beads for fairly inexpensive. They don't have to be barrel beads. You can get just pink morganite. I'm not finished. The sari ribbon you can get like a yard or 10 yards for like, I don't know, like $7 under $10. It's really fairly inexpensive. Bubby, you are giving me a headache. I am done. There are a plethora of different mantras that you can actually say whenever you're praying with your mala. It's the same concept as a rosary. Same concept. The reason why you have 109 is because there are 108 beads, and then you have the guru bead, which is also known as the Bintu, which tells you where you started and then where you stop. But the reason why we have 108 beads is because we have 108 chakra centers in our body. And so each mantra opens up each chakra center with each word. So whenever I did Yam, and whenever I said Yam 108 times, I was literally not just opening my heart, but I was opening each and every chakra center and filling it with love. So I have missed this guy, and I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. So grateful I was able to, like, there's the golden sheen obsidian, there's the rhodonite, and then there's the moss agate. And they're amazing. And it's strong. I can feel that the cord is strong. So I don't have to worry about it popping again. I think I paid like under $5 for each of those. So $4.45, I think it was the total price. And then after taxes, I know I paid under $10. I know it was like $9.45 or something like that. Nine something. So those were at Joann's. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to open the circle. So, guides and guardians of the 7 sacred directions, we release you in gratitude. Guides and guardians of the lower, middle, and upper realm. Guides and guardians of the north, for earth, the west, for water, south for fire, and east for air. Not release Buddha and any other. I know Sarasvati came in. I release you in gratitude. We release you in gratitude. We release any ancestors in the healed space that came forward for this today. That I ended it on the Morganite. I really like it. I love it. It is complete. Anyway. I'm going to smudge again. I'm going to smudge again. My Leo rising enjoys the smudging. It's just regular sage smoke. You know, cats are cats. Or cats are cats. It's just cats, you know. My kiddo doesn't know about the coconut oil. I mean, he does, but he doesn't. So I give my kitty cats the coconut oil. Is there anything else to add to this, Rodrigo? No. Alrighty. Well, if you are interested in a free reading from me, please go ahead and click on my Facebook page, Callie. Or actually, there's 2 different pages I have. So I have Callie's Earth Treasures and Photography on Facebook. That one is kind of temporarily closed because, you know, I would have to make the beads and send it off. And so I'm trying to abide by the stay-at-home order. I'm only going out for necessities. The free readings I am offering on Mermaid Dreams and Starfish Wishes on Facebook as well as Instagram. So I'm over there on Instagram very, very seldom. I'm still trying to get the hang of Instagram. I am more used to Facebook, and I am on Twitter. So if you're interested in free reading, I'm doing free readings. So, and these are like deep readings. So we'll pull up your birth chart. We'll get into your birth chart. We're going to do a deep dive. It's going to be at least 2 hours, if not 3. So I can only do like maybe one reading per day. I need to change my hours over on my Facebook page. But at the same time, I have it booked open like that so that it, you know, it depends on, you know, your schedule. It depends on my schedule. So anyway, be safe, be well. Oh, that's right. I do have to go out for not coffee. I have coffee. I have to go out for pizza tonight because I know my kid wants pizza. I can feel it. I don't even have to ask him. I know he wants pizza. And he wants Papa Murphy's. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. It's 2:20 here, which is 11:11. I've been seeing a lot of 11:11. Been seeing it a lot. I don't know who else has been seeing it. I think I might do, like, I'll pull a couple of cards for the collective. I want to pull an Isis Oracle, but I also want to pull runes. So I'm going to pull Secret Language of the Animals. Ooh. spot on the deck already. This dolphin. Yeah, you're right. I like to make a circle. Hey, Goob, can you come here, please?
What?
Can you please give me the coconut oil over on the table? Thank you. Appreciate it. Burns the nose hairs, but it feels good. I'm seeing a lot of sixes too. If you're into numerology and you're seeing different numbers, you can always look them up. I look up angel numbers. I love that lion. We're going through a cosmic reset in a way. This is from what I've seen from different readers. Black cockatoo. Okay. Because that was in the pre-shuffle. From what I've seen from different readers is that this is the age of Aquarius. And so we are getting ready for the age of Aquarius, and we're trying to acclimate the best that we can. And what we need to realize is that we shouldn't judge ourselves based on how we react in any given moment. We can only, control how we react to any situation. I am starting to see, like the shelves being stocked again. We got to give it time. We have to allow the supply chain to catch up to the demand. There's a meme that I saw. I think it was from Teal Swan. It says, the universe does not speak English. It speaks frequency. So whatever your frequency is what the universe is going to give to you. So I've been focusing on keeping my frequency the highest possible frequency I can. It's not my job to fix everything. It's my job. My job is to pray and hope for the best. And actually, not even just hope for the best, but trust that the universe is going to provide. Because the universe always does. We're just becoming more and more aware of it. Blue whale. Wow. Okay, so black cockatoo, herald, confidence, companionship, communication. Blue whale. I love my blue whales. I'm such a Trekkie. My mom raised me on the old Star Trek, but my favorite Star Trek series of all time is Next Generation. Because I love Data. I love Data. I love how Brett Spiner did it. I can't. Data. Anyway, unity, resonance, magnificence, mastery. So every morning whenever I get up, I visualize the earth without the borders, not the borders on the map. I visualize, the earth as she is from space. And then I visualize the seed of life over her and its white streams of light nestling her and cradling her and holding her. And so I bless her in the morning before I bless myself. I do this every morning. Been doing it more frequently. I started doing it last year and then I fell out of it. And I'm like, no, we're not falling out of it again. We're doing it still. Orangutan, laughter, curiosity, patience, play. I think that a lot of us are dealing with this the best way we know how, which is to put humor into the situation. And so, yeah, we're under quarantine, but there's a lot of us who are like, just trying to deal with what we got and making it fun. And okay, so we're under quarantine, but you know what? We're going to have fun. And I think that's what we need to focus on. And I feel like that is the way to go. And I'm really grateful to see those images of how different people are dealing with this differently by, making silly videos and, just trying to lighten it up and not allowing themselves to take things too seriously. It's the biggest thing. I actually want to move this. I'm having not really a moment, but I'm just having yes. Masked owl. Insight, wisdom, foresight, messenger. So for me, I've been doing, I need to do more meditation. I need to do my yoga again. I need to get back into my yoga. I need to get back into my smoothies. Smoothie season is here. For me especially, like smoothie season. And I know that I've gained some weight. And I'm okay with it because, I know how to lose me some weight. I know how to do it in a healthy way. And I'm grateful for it. I've just been not ignoring my cravings for pastry. So I had to heal that. Within myself. But I really feel like this is a reset. I mean, the whole dolphins and swans in Venice, the water's being clean for the first time in ages. You know, the earth is like taking a breath. She's able to breathe. There's not so much traffic on her. And so, like, there is a website that I use instead of Google for my searches, for my web searches. It's called Ecosia. 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 It is an extension that you can put on Google. They use Google for their search engines, but you don't get all of the like gossip stuff, and you don't get all of that stuff. But in lieu of that, they plant trees for every 40 searches. So I've, in a sense, offset my carbon footprint by using that for over a year now. And when I first started using it, it was at, I think, like 2.5 million or 2.3 million trees planted already. And they do updates. They have a YouTube channel. And you can actually watch how many trees they've planted. But they are considered a carbon neutral company, which is fantastic. So the facility that they run out of is carbon neutral. They're on solar. They don't use any carbon whatsoever. They are carbon negative, which is fantastic. Right now, they're currently up to 90 million trees. So from 2.3 million in about a year and a half, to 90 million trees. Wowzers. And then it tells you how many trees you've planted. Tells you how many trees you've planted. All is well, and all things are well, and everything. What is it? All is well, and all things are well, and all manner of things are well. For there is a power in the universe that supports us. Ooh. I don't argue with these cards anymore. I did for like a short minute. This is Miracle of Isis. Miraculous Healing of the Goddess. And that's Osiris. Talismans of Potency. Charging sacred objects of power. I know what this is for me. Thank you. I will do that. Thank you. Now these ones are a bit, I love them because of the fact that they are so long and just like, where's the table of contents for them? They're very long, and they even have a meditation. I think I want the important bits, though. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your own energy. focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to the earth too. You are guided to cleanse and charge sacred objects to empower your energy field and accomplish your spiritual mission now. These objects might be a wand, chalice, or sword, a bowl, or even a special tile that with an image that you love, a statue, cloth, or beautiful design, a natural crystal or black mirror, or a rock, shell, or feather you found waiting for you whilst out in nature one day. If finding a gift in nature, it is wise to ask the spirit of the earth if the item in question is intended for your healing work, and if you feel it is, then of course receive it with gratitude. If not, bless it and move on. This oracle is seeking to draw your awareness to your special ability to work with material objects to awaken spiritual light within them. The material world is filled with light, and our loving attention can help awaken that light from within. In the same way that someone seeing the best in you, knowing what you are truly capable of, can help you reach your dreams and become that self more fully, so too can holding the unawareness that, just like our bodies, the material world holds its own light and benefits from love, attention, and care. This is the loving art of integrating spirit into matter, and it is part of your spiritual potency and healing gift to be able to love the physical world as an element of your spiritual journey. Objects become talismans when they are cleansed, dedicated, and charged with sacred intent. This is a spiritual relationship with the material world. It is not a matter of not being able to work without them, but more of enjoyment and beauty of working with the material world in a spiritual way. This is also a way to heal any difficult relationship that you may have had with your mother, your body, eating and food, or with financial and physical security. It can also include difficulties in bringing your ideas into physical form, living your path in a practical and material way, and any other issues that stem from a wounded relationship with matter. Somehow seeing, I just found something. Just found it. There are issues that stem from wounded relationship to matter, somehow seeing it as less than spirit. What wonderful and varied healing effects talismans can bring to us. It all starts with the honoring of light in matter, the sacredness of the material world. If you have been considering working with crystals for healing, or tarot cards, or physical tools for spiritual growth, you are encouraged to do so by the Oracle of Talismans of Potency. They will help you grow and empower you. If you have an object in your space that you have been thinking of cleansing, perhaps a crystal or piece of jewelry, this oracle encourages you to do so using breath, salt, moonlight, or sound as you so choose. Remember that objects in the material world hold vibrations too. Cleansing with love and intention to dissipate negative energy is a way to care for the material world, helping awaken the light from within it. If you have been considering building sacred jewelry or purchasing a crystal or other healing tool, you are encouraged to do so, to learn to work with it. The Oracle of Talismans of Potency supports you in honoring the physical world and its beauty in your life in this way. And then there's a ritual, and then there's an incantation. Miracle of Isis. Here we go. Isis was known as a powerful practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the responsibility of miraculous healing and let it go and let the goddess be. Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you are not willing to release it to her, however. It's just like, when I'm in meditation, you can call in your healing guides and you can give them permission to take, what no longer serves you. But you have to give them permission. They're not going to do it for you. You have to be okay. You have to be ready to do it. Because otherwise it's just not going to work. They're not going to do it. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved, an opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it is long-term or persistent difficulty, or simply seems to be too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you are willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, as grief and loss smooshed together. Grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. So I know that I've been praying for this whole situation. I've really been praying. And I don't want to make any predictions. I just don't. I don't feel that is really it doesn't resonate with me to be able to make any predictions when this is going to end. Is it? This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening. Okay. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt or fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. And then again, there's another ritual. And then again, there's another incantation. This one's shorter. I think that I might do these both at a different time because you need stuffs. Especially in this one, in the Miracle Healing, or the Miracle of Isis. I will do that. I will do that. Divine Guardian. I will do that. I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I should contact SG and see if they can't make an Isis perfume. I can do that. I will make my own Isis perfume. I will research the herbs and plant medicines that are sacred to her. And I will do it. And then last but not least, the rune oracle cards. And then, really, it's only $2.47. My goodness graciousness. Jasmine was sacred to Cleopatra. Cleopatra was the reincarnation of Isis. Oh, thanks, Joe. You rock, dude. I have not gone back that far. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Arcana. Manaz. Don't worry, I'm going to read them. Am I reading your mind that you want pizza tonight?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying here.
Okay, I'm down for that. Were you going to tell me earlier?
Well, I'm gonna eat some lunch from the Peabody Joey sandwich, okay?
That's okay. Oh, thank you, kiddo. Go eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. They're not alphabetical, and there is no. I was feeling swan because of the swan. The swan jumped out to me. Keyword creativity. This rune is linked to fertility, beauty, and the ability to take care of others. Well, the mother reaching for her child. Fertility. All classic feminine attributes. Image. A woman runs to meet a child in the background. A swan, symbol of purity, swims gently in the lake. Inspiration. The time has come to celebrate creativity. This is what this quarantine is all about. I mean, in hindsight, if we really look at it, we are being more creative. Many of us who are not able to work remotely, we're crafting, we're baking, we're spending time with our kids. We're spending time with our kids that we normally wouldn't spend with our kids. It's longer than summer. We're having to come up with ways to pass the time. We're having to, I go out to the movies with the kid. Our subscription has been postponed, and they did that for us. I didn't even have to cancel or anything. What I'd love to be able to get is like a pottery wheel and some clay, but that ish is expensive. Like I priced it yesterday, and I'm like, I don't have the money for this right now. But it's on its way. It's on its way. Creativity, tenderness, and strength that come from being receptive. There is great beauty in being at the service of others. Inspiration comes only to those who know how to listen and embrace the stimuli surrounding them without necessarily acting right away. Suggestions for meditation. Are we able to take care of others without asking anything in return? Do we believe tenderness is for the weak, or do we consider it to be an important virtue? That's like the whole thing. Most of us are staying home so that other people aren't going to get sick. So the elderly and those with compromised immune systems are not going to get sick. We're being in service of others without really fully being aware of it, but we are being in service of others. The power of the rune. Berkana protects those who are on the verge of giving birth to a child, either in the flesh or symbolically. So are you birthing any new ideas? Are you what crafting supplies do you have? I know a lot of people were like, stocking up on toilet paper and stocking up on this and stocking up on that. While other people were like, I'm stocking up on crafting supplies since I'm going to be home for quite a while. This was my stock up right here. And I don't regret it at all. This one I feel is not just unity, but masculine and feminine, because masculine is the sun and feminine is the moon. Integration. Union energies. Let's see how humanity. It's going to show you how on point I am. Humanity. That's the meaning. Cooperation. The rune is connected to the sense of unity that unites all humanity to the cosmos. So, this whole thing is uniting us as a species. We're all coming together for a common purpose. That's the best of humanity. When we all come together for a common enemy, something that we can't fight with bombs and we can't fight with guns, something that we, we're coming together. We're waking up and we're coming together. And it's beautiful. So if you can look at the beauty of this time, and I'm not trying to diminish the loss. I'm not trying to diminish the losses. But if you can look at the beauty, because after death comes rebirth. It's cyclical. It's the cycle of life. It's a circle of life. It's the Lion King, A lot of us, I have Disney Plus for me. Not for the kid. I have it for me because I want to watch freaking Disney movies. And I'm an adult and I can fucking watch Disney movies if I want to. I don't have to have a kid in order to watch Disney movies. I have, all kinds of stuff on there. I watched Onward. Hilarious movie, by the way. Really good. Really applies to the schooling that I'm doing right now. But it's unity. The god has 3 faces, one facing the moon, and one turned toward the sun, and one looks ahead. His gaze embraces the totality of the world and mankind. This card alludes to cooperation and reminds us that no one is an island, that we are bound to invisible threads that cannot be dissolved. Yeah, we're all connected. The card indicates collective dreams and the joy of cooperating and having shared projects. Unity is strength, and exchange and communication are 2 key concepts of the card. Suggestions for meditation. Let's meditate on our relations with others. Are we able to give and receive affection? Well, with physical distancing, it is a bit difficult. I don't really like the word social distancing because then that indicates that we can't talk to each other because we socialize. We don't have to be physically present in order to be social. So physical distancing is the term I prefer. I mean, I give him a hug every morning. We do 40-second hugs every morning. I ask him how his, if he slept well. I ask him, if he's feeling all right, how's he feeling? I check temperatures. Neither of us have temperatures. I'm really grateful for that. He hasn't gone anywhere in weeks other than to take out the garbage and check on the mail. That's it. He hasn't gone out publicly to do jack for weeks. Are we at ease with our emotions or with emotions? I know for a lot of us, we've had issues with processing our emotions. We haven't been allowed as children to be able to process our emotions in healthy ways because our parents and our grandparents and their grandparents and so on and so forth were not able to process their emotions in a healthy way to be able to navigate through our emotions. You know, like a lot of it was stuffed down, and a lot of it, you know, a lot of things weren't talked about. A lot of things were just, oh, we don't talk about that, and a lot of family secrets, and a lot of that. And so I see that part of it, but I also see that this is the time to address all of that and love ourselves even more so as we move through and navigate and acknowledge our emotions and acknowledge our feelings. That it's okay for us to feel what we feel. And that we're human. You know, I'm going through priestess training right now. I'm not trying to be a perfect priestess anymore. That's like, that's over and done with. I'm just trying to navigate this the best way I can for my family, for myself, for my community, to be a light, to be a comfort, to let people know, like, hey, it's okay for you to feel overwhelmed. It's okay for you to feel that way. Lean into it. It's okay for you to feel that way. We're all going through this process. We're all kind of like navigating. This is like uncharted territory. Nobody in our lifetime. Well, I do know that, you know, some survivors of the Spanish flu, which it wasn't the Spanish flu, it was the flu, in 1918. They talked about it and how everything was shut down and how there were no church services and there was no school and if you look it up, you can look up the history of the Spanish flu. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's in the same realm of that flu, because I don't know. I don't have enough information to make that opinion or even make that statement. But I know that there was a lot of loss. And I know that seeing the mass graves, I'm like, oh my God, that's like 1918. Really like 1918. So, how well are we able to communicate verbally and with our attitude, especially like a positive attitude? Do we commit ourselves with enthusiasm to collective projects? I've been seeing that. Do you feel alone and misunderstood? I'm seeing that too. I'm seeing a lot of people feeling alone and lonely. And like, I don't have a partner in all this right now. Like this, it's just my kid and I. That's it. I'm the one going out to the store. I'm the one getting the stuff that we need. I'm the one going and paying bills. I'm the one doing the thing. And I also have to make sure that I take care of myself so that I can still keep doing that. That's why I put the sage in my coffee. I'll burn, which I actually want to do it right now, frankincense and myrrh. I burn, that's a lot of frankincense right there. That's beautiful. I also burn Palo Santo, which helps to clear any illness. When my kiddo got sick last year, this was like probably about a year ago. it was bad. Like, I mean, I had to bring out his nebulizer, and he didn't want to go to the doctor, and I didn't want to, put him through that stress. And so I went out and I got frankincense and myrrh. I stocked up on frankincense and myrrh. I stocked up on, Palo Santo. I stocked up on elderberries. I stocked up on, things that I could use and utilize. I wouldn't say use, but things that I could utilize and burn, like charcoal tabs, and clear the space of the illness. I didn't get sick. The second time he got sick, I got sick. But I did all those things, and it lasted like maybe a day or two. And then I started putting sage in my coffee, and every day I drink sage in my coffee. Manaz makes you cheerful and popular. See how he has 3 faces? I just noticed that because I'm like, I don't see that. Makes you cheerful and popular. It facilitates communication and exchange between us and others. So I know that there's a lot more. Virtual meetings. There's, we're able to still connect with one another. It's just in a different way. It's virtually, and it's only for a short period of time. This is not forever. And I think we need to remind ourselves of that whenever we get overwhelmed, or whenever we start to have that, that anxiety. Converse with your anxiety. Converse with your overwhelm, with your feelings of overwhelm. Have that conversation with yourself, because that's actually healthy. It's healthy for you to be able to do that. It's healthy for you to be able to check in with yourself and be like, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? Okay, well, I'm anxious because, the store is out of toilet paper. Okay, well, what's a solution? What's a good solution? Okay, well, I can go online. Okay, I'll check and see online if they have anything. Okay, well, maybe not. All right, so they're out of toilet paper, and they're out of flushable wipes. This is, scenario from weeks ago. Okay, well, what's another alternative? What's another alternative? What's another alternative? So there's always another way. There's always another way. Always another way. Toilet paper started flying off the shelves and was not being restocked because of the supply chain. I went and got myself a bidet. They're still on eBay. They're in China, and they're going to take a while to get here. But I got it I think I bought mine in like end of February-ish. And time I was able to use flushable wipes. And so now I don't have to worry about those anymore. Where did you go? I'll give it. Is there another one? Nope. Initiation. Spirit is initiating you to a new level of awareness. New level of awareness now, in preparation for the next cycle of your soul's development. You may have been sensing this transition in the form of agitation or restless sleep. The hard part is over now. Now, just relax in knowing that your development is being guided. Say a prayer and blessing to express gratitude for how far you have come, and set an intention for where you will go next. Whatever your intention, whatever your energy is focusing on, is what will come forward. So make sure that your attention and intention is positive. Highest good for all involved. Highest good for yourself, for your higher self. You are being acknowledged by Source at this time. Crown chakra, selenite crystal, and Palo Santo. I have the selenite, and I have the Palo Santo. This feels really good. Ooh, okay. They like to fly out. Okay, those two. They really like to fly out. Freedom of expression. Banish fear of judgment now. Let it constrict you no longer. Know that the expression of your highest truth is protected and supported by spirit. Speak your authentic wisdom with conviction and courage. Rest assured that doing so will bring you to where you are meant to be. Share your truths from a place of love and compassion, so your words land with the intention you used to compose them. Throat chakra, lazurite, and chamomile. Oh. Divine wisdom. You radiate with divine wisdom. You are a teacher to many, especially by your lived example of beauty and grace. Trust your insight and the messages your guides are sending you. By trusting your wisdom, you avoid sabotage and fear-based decisions. Allow your mind to relax and welcome a new level of consciousness. Take note of the visions and information you receive and use them to faithfully pursue the path of your highest calling. Crown chakra, scapulite, and lavender. I have to remember if I have any scapulite. I don't remember. I might have to look it up and see what it looks like. Grounded harmony. When you align with the energy of the Earth Mother, Gaia, you will discover that you attune to the vibrations of higher and stronger frequencies. In Gaia's hands, you are always in harmonic resonance, brilliantly lending your rhythm to the grand song of the universe. Remember, when you come home to the Mother, you come home to all that is. When you are home with all that is, you are home with the Mother. Earth Star Chakra, Tibetan Quartz, Galangal root. Had to break it up to where it was going to sound correct. And the last one is integrated wisdom. So there's divine wisdom. Integrated wisdom. Learn to hear the voice of your highest self, which speaks mostly in whispers when you are alone and quiet. What is the wisdom of your most aware and awakened self? You have lived many lives and are integrating the wisdom of those lifetimes today. Focus your attention and intention on activating the deeper awareness and wisdom of all you know. Know that you have the ability to integrate the fullness of all of your past life expressions in this moment. Soul Star Chakra, pink apophyllite, and heather is the herb. So, I hope that resonates. Yeah. He's a goober. He's such a goober. His gooberiness. His gooberiness. I know that I've been like doing some different painting. I need to I'm feeling crafty And what I really want to do is some stone carving. This is mica paint. Or it's acrylic with mica powder. What I need to do is I need to make the Libra symbol. Oh, and also plant medicine and oil. It smells really good. It doesn't smell like acrylic. But I need to like put the gold paint on there and do the thing. And I want to carve, and I want to go in my class group and show them how to carve and keep on carving and all the things. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. It's about 2 hours long now. I'm okay with that. I got my mala done, and it's strong, and it has it's not fraying. Hallelujah. Let me. Because this. Whoop. No, it's not. Yes. So, Joann Fabrics, 100% silk bead cord with the needle. That's how we. No fraying because it's 100% silk. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love how it ends on peach morganite. I was okay with the pink and I was okay with it. So the beryl family is goshenite, which is white beryl, clear beryl, and it's got like a smoky, kind of looks like an olive green color. And then there is emerald, which you know what an emerald looks like, and this is raw emerald. So there's no emerald on this necklace. That's raw emerald with black tourmaline and iron. And a little bit of quartz. Really nice. And then there is aquamarine. And then there's morganite, which is peach morganite and pink morganite. And like this is peach morganite right here. This is what it looks like whenever it's faceted. As opposed to bead form. Anyway. Hey, October's Healing Spirit. I did not do knots. This is a knot-free mala version. So you can go back on the playback and check it out. I will show you my supplies, my materials. I went to Joann Fabrics. This is less than $5. It comes with a needle. Really cool stuff. Bead cord. So let's see if it'll. It comes with a little needle in it, a little flexible needle. I'm using beryl beads with, yeah, it is pretty cool. Beryl beads with infinite stone. And then on the end, I have golden sheen obsidian. Then I have rhodonite, and then I have moss agate, and I have sari ribbon. So I have morganite, peach morganite, pink morganite, goshenite, and aquamarine on this one with the infinite stone. So this is the knot-free version. Both of the malas that I have don't have knots on them. So if you don't know how to knot, that's cool because this is the knot-free version. I think that the knots are done as a meditation purpose. And there is a purpose to it. It's just I don't know how to knot them. I mean, I know how to make a knot, but I've not been taught how to properly knot the malas in that sense. But see, I have a traditional red raksha seed mala, and there's no knots. There's not a knot to be found, except for on the end. And this is a traditional. This is like no frills. Traditional. The other one that I have is one of my favorites. And it is rosewood. Not a knot to be found. And I have a brass Buddha head on it. And I have my little tassel. But this one inspired me to do the Y. So whatever you have is fantastic. I found this over at Joann's in the bead section, in the string section, and like I said, it says it's if you can find those, they're like under $5 a pop. And I had issues last night with trying to put hemp cord through the holes. It didn't work, but that's okay because now I have hemp cord for something else. I have no clue what I'm going to do. %, silk, 100% natural silk. It's at 0.5 or 0.45 millimeters, which is perfect because the holes in the barrel beads were 1 millimeter. So it's absolutely perfect. I bought 2 just in case I needed 2. But these are really strong. Like I can't pull it apart. I can't, I have to like cut it. You'll also get to see the reading that I did after making the mala. You'll also get to see my cats driving me nuts because that's what kitties do. But these ones, this one is like one of my favorite ones. They don't have to be very big beads. They can be 4 millimeter. They can be 2 millimeter. I think these are like 4 millimeter. And then these are like 6 millimeter. But that is that. And the last time I did this, I used sewing thread. And it didn't really last that long. So if you can get that stuff, like I said, I paid like under $10 for both of those. So you can, and they're very, very strong. So there is no chance of this popping on me or fraying. I didn't knot. There's no knots involved. I even gave it a little bit of room. That's how much room I gave it. Which I think actually helped me because the last time I did it, I didn't give it that much room. So make sure you give it room. But that is aquamarine, pink, and peach, morganite, and goshenite, as well as infinite stone. Like, oh, look at that aquamarine right there. Really pretty. Really gorgeous. And then I ended it on pink and peach morganite, which is actually pretty nice. And then there's the infinite beads. And then I integrate the light and the dark. And then I love myself. And then I'm protected. So whatever beads you have are perfect. As long as you have 109. If you want to make the Y, then you're going to have at least 111. And then whenever it falls, whenever it, gravity takes hold, it's and then I put I think I put Unity from Sage Goddess, but I know I definitely put Hafseen from Sage Goddess. But that is it from here. And I think I'm going to smudge one more time before I sign off. Your materials are really important. So if you don't have strong materials, it's not gonna hold up. So like I tried regular sewing thread. Like first I tried one and I was like, well, that's kind of unrealistic. It popped on me. The second time I did it, I did 6 strands of sewing thread. It still popped on me because it frayed. The third time, I used 7 strands, and it still popped on me. So I'm really not, like, this is not fraying whatsoever. Because I think by this time, the last couple of times, it was already starting to fray. Because this is 100% silk, 100% natural silk. Silk is really strong, and I tried to like pull on it and everything, so that stuff is not gonna fail me. I have enough for like one more. That's right, I have oh my god, it's a whalebone. I have Native American roots. It's a whalebone choker, and it popped on me, and I lost one of the whalebone beads. It happens, and it was done on nylon cord, and so I think that I'm going to be using this stuff from now on whenever I'm making my necklaces, so I can be able to fix it and whatnot. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Stay safe. Stay rare. Stay rare. Keep washing your hands. Wear your mask whenever you go out. Be patient with yourself and with others. Don't forget to show yourself kindness as well as others, especially whenever there's, moments of tension. Moments of tension. Like right now, I'm going to go get pizza from Papa Murphy's because my kid wants pizza. I want s'mores pie. I want chocolate. I can't deny my body. Make sure you sage. Sage your hands. Make sure if you are able to find it from a reputable source, from a ethically sourced company, Palo Santo. What else is there? Oh, yeah. I made the circle so I could do the reading. So I release my spirit guides with gratitude, even though I know that they're always there. Okay. And I'm gonna go. Are you ready, Rodrigo?
Ready.
Oh, Rodrigo says bye. Rodrigo says bye. Stay safe. Be well. We're all gonna get through this. It's not just we're in this together, but we're gonna get through it. Focus on the beauty. Focus on the recovery rate. Pray for the ones that we've lost. Pray for their families. Whatever's too heavy, give it to your guides. Make sure that you're grounding yourself. Black tourmaline is really good for grounding. This is smoky quartz. He's smoky quartz. You wouldn't know it, but he is a smoky quartz. He's a rainbow smoky quartz. Ground yourself. I honestly cannot stop eating, which is a good freaking sign because I mean, I'm eating fruit and I'm eating yogurt and I'm eating parfaits and I'm eating I'll eat like a pastry in the morning or 2 pastries in the morning and I'll have my coffee and whatnot. But I'm constantly eating to ground myself. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to be eating to ground myself. I want to be eating to sustain myself, to sustain my energy, to, for nourishment. And it's okay. That's what yoga's for. But anyway, bye. Thank you for your likes and your shares and subscribes, by the way. Bye.